Athena became the leader of the Knights of Convallaria when she was only 16 years old. She did so by challenging her brother Argo, the leader at the time, during the Knights tournament, claiming he was cheating. And she won. It was another astounding achievement in Athena's career. She had already become the youngest knight ever at 9 years old. The Knights of Convallaria changed a lot under Athena's leadership. For example, those deemed unsuitable or too old were relieved from their ranks. She did this to ensure that the knights stayed ready to face evil and corruption wherever it was found. After these changes, the Knights investigators started solving many more cases. Coric's analysis says that Amorphes now has the lowest crime rate in all the zones, thanks to the Knights' strict maintenance of law and order. The other stories are more like rumors. When Colleen Pallas of the illustrious Pallas family died, her grandnephew Argo became head of the family. And he kicked Athena out of the family and stripped her of the Pallas name after the Knights tournament. Sheesh! He was just getting back at her because she ended up taking over his power.
Breakfast is served in the dining room, honored guests.
Today we have a selection of pancakes made with dairy milk, pumpkin, and yellow bean soup, and Stellaris sausages, all carefully curated by Mintha, who is eagerly awaiting your feedback.
You talk too much, Luke. A chauffeur will pick you up after breakfast.
A chauffeur? Where are we going?
Oh, I didn't have time to tell you. These next few days will be hectic with the opening of the ceremony just around the corner. The Knights have lifted all lockdowns, so now things are mostly back to normal. This means that, as one of the council members, I will be extremely busy. So, I would like to play the role of consummate host today, while I still have time, and that means a visit to the Stellaris Academy.
The Stellaris Academy? That's...
the greatest art school in all of Amorphes, and the seat of the Astral Council. Assuming the customary schedule is followed, the Artists' ceremony will be held again in the Grand Square of the Stellaris Academy.
Technically, we built the academy and the offices on top where the ceremony first took place, but it's basically the same.
Administrator and Verthandi, you are both in for a real treat. Since you have Senator Hades with you, I think you're going to see a lot more of the academy than most people.
Aether Gazer's AI is cutting edge, I see. You seem to know a lot about Amorphes. The ceremony has been held 19 times already. It displays the wonders of Amorphes to other Sapphire zones, and it encourages the associations to pursue excellence by competing with each other. The winners get lifelong riches and prestige, and the best works in each category are honored with a permanent display in the Academy's collection, the Stellaris Temple.
Oh, sounds impressive. Lady Hades, can we have a look at the collection?
The collection is only open to the public twice a year, in February and October, but I believe we can make an exception for guests who have traveled so far.
Yay! Wow. It's like a palace out of a history book.
The lobby is filled with some of the lesser pieces. Inside, there is an area for each of the various arts. So what catches your fancy today? Painting? Sculpture? Dance recordings and costumes?
It's a tough call. There's no way we can visit all of them today, can we? I wish I was a Stellaris Academy student. I could spend as much time as I want here, learning and living.
That might be because you're accompanied by a senator. One of the senators who brought Amorphes out of the dark times and re-established the orderly society we have today.
Oh my, it's Oceanus. Good morning.
The council is the embodiment of precision and correctness. Thus, it naturally receives significant respect. Even the least of the senators is honored in public because she holds a council seat. But there are times when such a senator forgets her proper place and responsibilities.
Good morning, Lady Hades. Apologies. Father is not deliberately ignoring you, but once he begins one of his critical tirades, he never stops.
I know.
It's hard to find another person who's spent so long learning the arts without anything to show for it. You'd think such a person would have learned something of dignity. Good morning, Hades.
Seems like a very serious person.
Let me introduce the third senator, Oceanus. You can consider him my colleague. And this is his son, Enlil.
Son?
Adopted son. They're also modifiers.
Good day to you. I heard we had 2 visitors all the way from Einsof. I hope you very much enjoy your stay in Amorphis.
As for you, Hades, Athena told me that the thieves were brought to justice in the Society of Muses. Now that the issue is resolved, I hope the ceremony will start on time. Then all the delayed works must be dealt with as soon as possible.
Yes, indeed.
You haven't seemed very interested in the preparations, but you must have heard about all the problems, of course. And as one of the overseers, you can hardly wait until tomorrow before resuming work. But who am I talking to? I hadn't hoped that you would take this as seriously as I do. I just thought I'd try since I heard that you were visiting. Let's go, Enlil.
Yes, Father. I'm sorry, but my father is under tremendous pressure. Normally, he's quite pleasant.
All right then, let us continue. Mintha, Luke, look after our guests.
Let's get this done! Yeah! Another one down!
It must hurt.
Take this! Enemies! Watch out!
Huh?
Take my sword!
I will crush you all beneath my...
Let's get this done!
Surrender your body and your soul.
Ready when you are!
Yeah. Victory was assured from the start, of course.
It's incredible! I don't know the first thing about art, but I still think every piece is extraordinary. I can feel the inspiration from each sculptor poured into their work. I feel like each one is trying to say something.
It seems that you are more of a feeling type.
Oh, I'm just saying things as they come.
No harm in that. Every person comes at a piece of art with their own interpretation. Once a work is completed, we can't say that the right of final interpretation always belongs to the artist. This collection contains the best art produced over many decades, and that guarantees that each artist poured in something of themselves.
I'm curious about something. If there are so many talented people in Amorphes, why do you have to pass an exam by age 16? Doesn't that exclude all the late bloomers? And what exactly is this past you referred to?
For Thandi, why do you think there are all these associations? Also the Stellaris Academy and Artis' Ceremony. Do you think it's to encourage people to go into art?
Isn't it?
On the contrary, we are imposing order on society to limit what artists can do. We are, in effect, controlling the pathways artists can take in their development. Amorphes was a very different place a century ago. We had many talented artists back then, perhaps more than even today. The old artists produced artwork that, with Korg's approval, could be sold in the other zones around Gaia, and it fetched a high price. It was profitable for Amorphes, and it brought tremendous riches and prestige. But this is where the problems began. The art industry became so lucrative that it destabilized the economy. Everyone wanted to be an artist. Everyone wanted to auction their works in other zones. And that became a problem for essential industries and everyday life in Amorphes. It was also a problem for the artistic spirit and for artistic integrity. People got embroiled in disputes between different schools at parties, and the battle for supremacy, prestige, and power soon became more important than the works themselves. Naturally, when the artistic spirit was corrupted, it hurt the quality of the works being sold. That's just a summary of what happened all these years. Behind Amorphes' happy exterior, I assure you, a price has been paid. A lot of sacrifices, I would say. Many of my fellows dedicated their lives so that Amorphians today live better than their grandparents.
Lady Hades.
All right then. We're just about done with the sculptures, yes? Let me take you to some other areas.
By the way, what about these suits of armor? Are they part of the exhibit?
They are not, actually. Although one would be forgiven for thinking so, as they are very well crafted. They are, in fact, part of our security system.
Security system? It doesn't look like any security system I've ever seen.
They are custom security AGI mechas from a supplier in New Hansa. You can say hello if you want.
Good day, tourist. Is there anything I can help you with?
That was Oceanus' suggestion. He thought that a museum of this caliber deserved more than an old-school security system. Most visitors barely notice them. They're just part of the background.
I see.
Is there anything you need? Is there Is there... Unidentified intruders detected.
I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Just like the admin.
What's going on? The puppet show has begun. These guards are supposed to be in the lobby.
They're corrupted by Bane energy. The old instructions are wiped out. We're just going to calm them down first. And... Lady Hades? These things are not very expensive, are they?
Dance, my maid.
Watch out! Stay!
Surrender your body and your soul.
Ready when you are. Stay!
Everything is within my command.
We'll see who wins after this! Huh? Yeah! Stay! Yeah! Keep on the offensive!
Do you like it? Completely worthless. It must hurt. I will crush you all beneath my feet. Victory was assured from the start, of course.
Oh, you're right. The Knights reported sounds of battle, so I hurried over.
We're fine, but would you look at this? Miss Athena, it's certain now that the thief is still at large.
Huh? What do you mean?
They just told me these mechas malfunctioned because of Visbanial corruption.
We dealt with mechas like this in New Hansa. I know Visbane corruption when I see it.
I don't sense any Visbane aura.
Why else would they attack?
Did you file your visit with security prior to entry? Maybe there's an issue with the threat identification process.
No way! Visbane corrupted AGI mechas are much more likely to...
I saw what happened to Spielt on the news, but we didn't order these mechas from them. In any case, we'll return these ones for a safety check and run a diagnostic on the others. I think that should be enough.
Are you sure that's how you want to handle this, Athena?
Yes, I am sure, Senator Hades. Don't worry. We'll make sure nothing happens during the ceremony.
Then I'll leave the rest of it to you.
Admin, what shall we do?
So sorry you had to go through that. The Knights of Convallaria will take it from here.
Mintha, Luke, look after our guests.
Keep on the offensive! Huh? Take my sword! Take my sword!
Shoddy little puppet.
Huh?
Do you like it?
Another one down!
Surrender your body and your soul. You've reached the end of your journey.
We'll see who wins after this!
Struggle all you want, but remain in the palm of my hand.
I saw that coming already. Good hit!
The end was doomed long ago, as expected.
Did you find it? Did you find it?
Not yet. There are too many books here, and their categorization is like a riddle.
No worries. They're completely distracted by recent events anyway. You have as much time as you need.
Yes! The jewelry collection is here. Well, but it's too high up.
There's a ladder over there.
Aha!
Have a look and be quick about it. Does it contain what we want?
The most legendary precious stones in Morphe's history. In no particular order, the Crimson Fireglass, the Sand Jewel, the Ocean Eye.
Luke, did you hear something?
Luke didn't.
I thought I heard voices in the library. At this hour? Could it be mice?
Mice?
You still haven't gotten over your fear of mice, have you? You really should clean more if you don't want strange animals taking up residence.
But Luke has done an excellent job of cleaning recently.
Don't worry about it. Minta will have a look for Luke.
Thank you, Minta.
The Cursed Greenstone, dissolver of alliances and ender of friendships. Given into Artisus's care after the ceremony and used to decorate a statue. Formal name, Medusa. It was a valuable keepsake in the early days when the Alliance was first formed. It must be that one. Where is that statue?
Who's that?
Let's get out of here. Someone's coming.
It really is a mouse. I think Luke can pay for that desk. After all, it's her fault she didn't clean better.
Don't worry. Just stay calm. She didn't find you.
But what if she'd hit this table?
She's very violent. How about this? I will deal with her next.
Huh?
Minta is good. I caught another mouse.
Don't just sit there, run!
Well, well. The mouse is much bigger than we thought.
I'm not a mouse! I'm a human!
Oh, is that so? In that case, you're a thief.
No, I'm not! We met just a few days ago!
Nuh-uh. Don't remember.
Mintha, Luke, look after our guests. I love kids like you who know how to behave.
Yeah.
Surrender. Everything is within my command.
Welcome the first rays of the morn with reverberating daylight dawns!
Yeah.
Come, our play is not over until the curtain call. Struggle all you want, but remain in the palm of my hand.
Yeah.
And now for the
You've reached the end of your journey. Completely worthless. Victory was assured from the start, of course.
Have you caught it, Mintha?
Not a mouse. A book thief.
I'm not a thief.
That's a relief. It's only the mice that bothers Luke.
Actually, there is one. Over there.
You don't mean that it's... Get back! Get back! You get back, you thing!
Sorry. I didn't have time to take it outside. I just covered it. It's all right, Luke. Just don't ruin the mop.
What's wrong, Luke? We found a mouse, Miss Oneroi.
And we also caught a book thief.
Mice are scary. Mice used to bite Drowsy's ears before. It's okay. Everything's gonna be all right. Who's the book thief? It's Ron?
Yes, it's me, Oneroi. Ouch! Don't let me go!
You can't be so harsh with Ron, Minta. Ron is a friend of mine. Also, you just met him a few days ago.
Oh, yes, you're right. That explains why he looks so familiar. But even if he is a friend of Miss Oneroy's, that doesn't explain why he's poking around the library at this hour.
It's because...
That you're nervous, Kingsley. That's all you need to say.
Because my big exam is tomorrow. And I'm so nervous I can't sleep. So I wanted Oneroi to help me. You can put anyone to sleep, right, Oneroi? Just like that other day?
Yes.
Why not just ring the front doorbell? And why go straight to the library?
The front door wasn't locked, so I just came in. And then I wasn't sure where to go, so I ended up here. The society building is just massive. I don't know where anything is. I was walking around and I just got lost.
It was Luke's job to lock up and clean.
But the mice...
I suppose there may have been some oversights.
That's all right, Ron. You can sleep here tonight. I know you're a fantastic painter, Ron. And you didn't notice it yourself.
Thank you, Oneroi.
You'll be able to paint just the way you want tomorrow, as long as you get some good sleep. And you'll definitely pass your exam.
I'll be able to paint what I want.
Drowsy, give Ron a seed of dreams.
Oneroi, I'm so sorry. I don't think I have what it takes. But I have to pass this exam.
The Knights of Convallaria are the living embodiment of our society's justice, order, honor, loyalty, and any other positive things you can think of. But the Knights manifest another important quality, and that is the virtue of sacrifice. Those who grip the sword too tight may find it difficult to reach for anything else, and sometimes the sword may even hurt its own wielder.
You won. Of course you won. Is this how you repay the family that took you in? By exposing your brother's mistakes? By besmirching the head of the great and noble Palace family, your family, as a cheater? Does that smell like victory to you? I haven't seen you defeated since you were a girl. Haven't you won enough? At the end of the day, what exactly do you want to win after all?
What could a promise mean from someone in your position, and your age anyway? But I'm so sorry. There was no other way.
What a shame, Athena. Now you have nothing. No family, no kin, no passions, no friends. Nothing.
I'll have to leave all that in your hands. I'm sorry. Were you having a nightmare, Commander? Apologies for the intrusion, but I saw your door was unlocked.
It's all right. What happened?
We received the results for the AGI mecha we returned to the manufacturer. They say it's all clear. I have the report here if you'd like to read it.
Just put it there. Thank you.
Yes. And, Commander, I couldn't help noticing you haven't taken a day off recently. We can probably put the thefts behind us now.
I was just having a bit of shut-eye. Don't worry, it won't affect my work.
I don't mean that. I mean... Sorry for the intrusion, Commander.
A bit lower, please, Father? I should put a stool in the office. It's hard with my height.
I don't want to be working late every night at the academy, but I can't rely on my dear colleague to do what needs to be done.
Hasn't Lady Hades been helpful over the last 2 days?
Compared to 10 years ago, I suppose she isn't causing as much trouble.
Everything is done now. If only I could grow a bit taller.
You will. You're still young.
Father, modifiers stop growing, don't they? After their awakening? You told me that.
I forgot.
Sorry, am I interrupting?
No, not really. We just finished.
How I envy you. I wish my children were as understanding as Enlil.
Please, don't flatter me, Lady Hades. Lady Hera is a world-famous critic, and Mintha and Luke are first-rate housekeepers. And not to mention Oneroy. She can be quite adorable at times.
Let's go, Hades. We can't be late to the opening ceremony.
Exactly why I'm here so early. How do you plan to get there? In Enlil's carriage?
I can sit for my driver's license next year.
Mintha, Luke, look after our guests. I love kids like you who know how to behave. Shoddy little puppet.
shall cleanse you of your sins.
Yeah. It must hurt.
You're not fit.
And now for the critical moment. Lightning crack!
Everything is within my command. Yeah.
Shoddy little puppet.
Such ugliness should never exist.
Victory was assured from the start, of course.
Bronze mirror, silver coin, tulip bloom. The blind poet's treasure scattered around the room. The blind poet's treasure. I'm surprised that the Aegis' final components are buried in this temple. But it has to be that way, right? The final stage in every video game takes place in a grand, tightly guarded palace, doesn't it?
This isn't a game. Do you really think no one's going to notice us? The Academy will be crawling with people on the first day of the ceremony.
And that's exactly why no one will notice us here. With everyone at the square, security here will be quite relaxed.
Unable to identify unregistered visitors. Please display your personal identification to avoid activating alarms.
See? Yesterday's plan seems to have worked. Almost all of the guards have been sent in for repairs. Huh! Let's go. You're not going to have a problem with only a few guards, are you?
You can do it, Shady.
All right, it won't do any good if you get hurt over there. Just find somewhere to hide, please.
Attention! Only 20 minutes to go. This is also the centennial of the ceremony's founding. We Knights of Convallaria are here to uphold our integrity and honor, and ensure that nothing goes amiss.
Yes, sir! For the duty and honor of Convallaria!
Commander, are you going to inspect again?
I don't need to. I trust you'll do a good job. Tell everyone to head to the designated patrol points.
Understood. We'll follow the previous arrangements. Jonas will be assigned to District A, Lowen to District B, I will take District C, and the commander will oversee general security for the ceremony.
I'm sorry, Koros, but Nellie will be in charge of District C.
Huh?
I need you to take charge of Academy Square for now. Is that all right?
of course, but why? The ceremony is about to begin.
There is something I need to investigate. Unlikely, but I must be sure.
Very well. I shall not inquire further.
I'll return before the opening ceremony ends. You'll be in charge of the area until then.
Mintha, Luke, look after our guests.
Laden, what's the first thing you'll do when you're free?
Huh? Why do you ask?
You've been trapped in this mirror for decades. Haven't you thought about what you do once you get out?
Oh. Yes, of course I've thought about it.
I bet you'd want to go find that girl, right? The one you traveled around the Morphes with. Remember to come and see me when you've got time. Shady, too. I'm gonna miss you guys.
Why, of course. You didn't have to ask.
Lightning crack!
Completely worthless.
Huh?
It must hurt.
Welcome the first rays of the morn with me.
Huh? Victory was assured from the start, of course.
One of the books in the archive room spoke of how, a long time ago, Amorphis was divided into city-states. The leaders brought priceless artifacts from each city-state to form a greater alliance. These artifacts were the bronze mirror Aegis, the first silver coin ever minted in Amorphis, the eternal tulip, and another legendary item, the lost gemstone of the gods. But the alliance didn't last. It disintegrated, sparking a terrible conflict and causing people to think the gemstone cursed. There was something about the gemstone that people couldn't resist. All who came to possess it were swallowed by misfortune, and yet none could bear to part with it. The gemstone passed from hand to hand in this unhappy way for over a millennium. Eventually, it landed in the lap of the great artist Artisus. Artisus decided to create the world's greatest sculpture from it. In the last decades of his life, he shut himself in his study. He finished his masterpiece, but died sad and alone, the last victim of the cursed gemstone. Because of this curse, Artisus wrote in his will that his masterpiece should never be shown to the public. Instead, it was to be kept under lock and key, hidden away forever in the Stellaris temple.
Ta-da! Looks like the riddle of the gemstone turned statue has been solved by the brilliant young detective Laden. And the statue I'm referring to is right in front of us! The statue of Medusa!
We finally made it, Ladon. After all this time.
Yes, we did it, Ron! I always knew you could do it. You're as good as anyone else. You are the best.
Thank you, Ladin. Before I met you, I could barely paint in my exams without my trembling hands getting in my way.
Yep.
I would have never been able to pass the exam without you, without your advice. And I couldn't have overcome all these obstacles to come here and set you free.
Oh yes, I know. There's just one last step. Remove the covering from the statue so that I can leave this mirror.
I don't have many friends, you know. I'm so shy. I can barely talk to my own classmates at the academy. I've never been able to talk to anyone like I talk to you.
Yep, I consider you the best friend I've ever met too. Now remove the covering so you can release your best friend.
Ladin, you have to visit me often after you leave. You too, Shady. I'll give a whole exhibition on you and our friendship, once I make it as an artist.
Cool, I'm really looking forward to that. Can you please remove the covering?
Okay, so let's just...
Halt!
Huh?
I knew it!
One more step, and I'll plunge this sword straight into your heart.
Miss Athena!
Stay right there. Answer me. Who destroyed the guards outside? Why are you here? Who are you talking to?
I didn't do anything wrong, Miss Athena. Hear me out.
I told you. Don't move a muscle.
I'm so sorry.
What have you got in your hands?
It's just a mirror.
Come here. Give it to me.
Okay.
Don't give it to her! It has the silver coin in the tulip we stole! Have you forgotten? There's no way you could justify it!
Ron?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Athena. I can't give it to you. Please, believe me. I haven't really done anything wrong. I was just helping a friend.
Run! Run!
I'm so sorry, Miss Athena!
The puppet show has begun. The impudent shall get their due.
Such ugliness should never exist.
I will crush you all beneath my feet.
This is where, and now for the critical moment. Eat a load of this. Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Hey! Say! Weakling.
Yeah. Come.
Welcome the first rays of the morn with me.
Shoddy little puppet.
It seems you don't need my help. Reverberating daylight dawns! Wow! Look at it fly! Eat a load of this! Ha! Yeah!
The impudent shall get their due.
You have long lost your way.
Come, our play is not over until the curtain call.
It seems you don't need my help.
Victory was assured from the start, of course.
Thank you for your applause, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we would like to call our sponsor to the stage. He is the president of the Society of Sculptures and the third senator of the Astral Council. Please give a round of applause for Mr. Catalan.
We're up, Father.
Right. Today's ceremony is held in honor and memory of Amorphi's greatest artist, Odysseus. He is the one who, during one of the darkest periods of our history, guided us back to the light with his extraordinary talents. The ceremony will be a proving ground for our contestants' talents, a gallery of arts that Odysseus himself would take pride in. The Council hereby bestows its blessing upon the talented participants in our ceremony. Also, those of lesser talent should at this point consider their chances nil. Why has Amorphes been the artistic capital of the world for over a century? Because of our strict institutions and principles that aspire toward ever greater excellence. Generations of the world's greatest artists have sat exams in this very square and refined their talents over decades in search of perfection. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are invited on the same journey taken by the luminaries before us, to witness the beginning of Amorphes' glory and an even grander future. My wish is for all contestants to exhibit the same extraordinary skill for which you have been selected. I wish all of you a successful and fulfilling journey. It is my honor to announce, on behalf of the Astral Council, that the 20th Odysseus ceremony has officially opened.
In your own inimitable style, Master Oceanus.
Thank you.
By the way, do you know where Athena is? I haven't been able to find her anywhere. On an important day like this, shouldn't she be overseeing square security?
I haven't seen her around.
Now that is strange.
It's Athena!
Why do you have in your hands the very items stolen from the societies? Are you responsible?
It wasn't me! I was just helping a friend!
She won't be convinced by that. She's going to kill you for sure. Ron, do you trust me?
Latin?
Let me take control of your body. I know a way out of this.
But I've always listened to you.
I'm just asking you to hand your body over for a little while, wholly and completely. Don't hold anything back. Trust me, absolutely, and there's a way we can survive this.
Of course I trust you.
Good. Keep the mirror close. Don't let it go, no matter what happens in the next few minutes. This may get a little uncomfortable, but all you have to do is hold on. Whatever you do, don't let go of the mirror.
Ron? Ron! What's going on?
Aladdin, I'm in so much pain, Aladdin. I think I'm going still.
Bane energy? Ron! No, you're not Ron. Who are you?
Well, if it isn't Commander Athena. Very pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Ladin, and Ron is indeed a friend of mine. I'm just an anonymous artist with just a little talent. And what, you might ask, is my talent? The talent of telling convincing little lies. Happy little lies. Rather than painting, I declare the true domain of my talents to be rhetoric.
Mintha, Luke, look after our guests. Yeah. I love kids like you who know how to behave. Completely worthless.
Such ugliness should never exist.
Do you like it?
Huh? I shall cleanse you of your sins.
Huh? Huh? It must hurt. Surrender your body and your...
And now for the critical moment.
Victory was assured from the start, of course.